All right, welcome back to Currency 365 and welcome to World News episode 11. Okay, let's start with this refugee crisis, man. What is going on with these refugees, these Arab refugees, okay? First of all, the wealthy Gulf countries are facing criticism for allegedly not accepting the Syrian refugees. Everybody on social media is wondering why places that are rich, like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, all these places in the Kuwait, okay, Qatar, all these places that have oil and money, okay, why aren't they accepting their own Arab people? Okay, it's mind-boggling to people. Why would you put it on the Western world? I'll tell you why very soon. Okay, now it says Europe immigrant crisis. This is a major crisis. Okay, that's coming to the Western world. All right, so Germany adds $3.35 billion to help refugees. New Zealand to accept 750 immigrants. New Zealand can't even afford to do anything, and now they have to accept 750 mouths to feed and clothe and bathe and all this stuff. Oh man, at least that's a small number to compare to the rest of the Europe. Okay, goodness gracious. Now, here's why this is happening. All right, so Syria, okay, says that Vladimir Putin, okay, this guy right here, this Illuminati guy, okay, this was it KJB or KGB or whatever he is, okay, Vladimir Putin confirms that Russia's military involvement in country's civil war. There it is. So Russia is involved with the Syria war, which they're pushing out the Syrians on purpose, and they're flooding them into Europe on purpose. Okay, this will collapse Germany. This will collapse all of Europe, and this will also start to collapse America. Okay, so this is the plan. Didn't I tell you guys that Russia will be taking over almost all of Europe? How is that possible, right? Now you're seeing it because Russia is making these people flee from their countries and not just go to Arab countries, but you have to go to Europe countries because if you go to Europe countries, they will be bankrupt because they can't afford all of these refugees, and then Russia can pounce on them. Didn't I say that this was going to happen? That Russia was going to be able to pounce on Europe, and also China was going to be able to do the exact same thing. Russia and China are putting a plan so perfectly together, okay, that we can see with our own eyes, okay? And they're putting the plan together to destroy the West. And this is how they're going to do it, okay? And we already know the Western world cannot take on these refugees because we are so much in debt already. But Vladimir Putin and his boy from China and Obama, because Obama said he's gonna be working with Russia and China, so they're all in it together, and all the world leaders as well. This is why the world leaders aren't stepping up. Where's the president of Dubai? Where's the president of Abu Dhabi? Where is the Qatar and Saudi king and princess? Oh, the king of Saudi doesn't care about the refugees, right? Because he just got a place, the whole hotel in Washington D.C. for his visit. while his own Arab people don't have places to go and have to go to the Western world, this man says, screw them. I'm about to get a whole five-star hotel in DC for my visit for myself. Okay, so it's laughable, but it's sad at the same time. But it's planned. It is a planned attack. Excuse me, on the Western world. Okay, so that's what is going on right now. All right, so let's move on. All right, Vladimir. I always say Glad. I don't know why I keep saying Vladimir. It's Vladimir Putin. Goodness gracious, currency 365. Get it together. Okay. Let's see. The government delegation to ask the Standard and Poor's credit rating to reconsider its classification. Oh wow. Now this makes me laugh, okay? So Iraq isn't pleased with their B minus rating slash B rating. They want a higher rating. Well, let's consider this, Iraq. You have no major banking laws completed. You don't even have the anti money laundering law voted on. You still have massive corruption in your country. You don't have an exchange rate. You still have a currency on a program rate. We giving you a B was even was way considerate to the standards that you're actually in right now. So this is laughable. Okay, Iraq knows exactly what they need to do. They need to pass the laws, and they need to take off that program rate and launch a global market economy and revalue that currency. Okay, so this is laughable, very, very laughable. So it says confirmed a member of the Economic and Investment Commission, parliamentary Najabi Najib, here it is person again, Sunday that the government delegation will hold official visits of the agency Standard& and Poor Financial Credit. Let's see. This week, in order to claim reconsider classification issued by the agency on Iraq last Thursday. Well, they're going to tell you exactly what they're going to tell. I just said, pass the laws, pass the anti-money laundering law, and get off the program rate and get us an official rate in the currency. Then we'll give you a B plus or BBB or A minus. I mean, it's really plain and simple. So, Abadi is a financial guy, and he didn't he go to like Stanford or Yale or Harvard or something. I mean, this guy is a financial wizard. So, for his delegation to be asking this, knowing that I don't know, I think it's a waste of time. They know what they're doing. I don't know why they're doing it. Okay, so it says, and it granted the credit rating agency Standard and Poor last 30 Iraq degree B minus in the global rating of the sovereign debt due to ongoing strikes of security as a result of the battles against the Daesh gangs. All right. So let's see. It says the government will visit to the competent authority that issued the special assignment to grant Iraq B minus grade sovereign debt to demand considering an assessment to give Iraq at least a B. Oh, a B minus is not good enough for you guys, Iraq. You want a B? Oh, that's cute. Najib explained that the highly rated B minus gives Iraq means that they are basically doomed in front of the large financial companies seeking to buy bonds, and this will lead to impose those financial companies more interest rate on Iraq. Oh, well, you guys know. I mean, you guys are smart people. You guys knew what you guys are doing. You knew it was gonna get you guys were gonna get a B minus credit score, because you don't have any laws. You don't have any protection for the bondholders, and you don't even have a rate a purchasing power rate for your own people who are protesting every week. Oh man. Economic advisor to the prime minister promised the appearance of Mohammed Saleh. What up, Mohammed Saleh? Been a minute since I heard your name. Where you been at? said on Saturday, which gave him credit rating agency Standard and Poor U.S. unfair to Iraq, noting that Iraq was contemplating getting a much higher degree classification. Well, do what you got to do, my brother. You know what to do. You know exactly what to do. Change that, get off that program rate, get that exchange rate going, pass these laws, and you'll get an A+ rating. I mean, it's that simple. It's that simple. You know what I mean? So the private sector contributes to the promotion of the value of sovereign bonds. Who's this? Mustafa. All right, see. Let's see. Of the country's economy. No, hold up. As of the country's economy is facing several challenges, no doubt about that. Perhaps the most prominent of the energy for the productive sectors, which in turn will drive the economy and contribute greatly to reduce dependence on oil exports to finance the budget, which is expected to provide experiencing a deficit of Iraq is seeking to dilute by issuing IOUs sovereign, basically the bonds, will be launched by the Ministry of Finance to world markets soon. Also, what they're going to have to do, I mean, they don't have to really do nothing if they change this rate, but what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to offer oil. And I think I'm going to be reading that some probably tomorrow, where they're going to actually be offering oil because they can't pay the oil companies back. They can pay them like half, and then the rest of the half they're going to have to issue oil. Okay, and this is ridiculous, but it is what they have to do right now, all right, to get by. Okay, so Dr. Esame said that the most prominent what's economy is facing the country in general production is particularly in the private sector is a lack of electricity power supply, which is a major nerve in the establishment of any industry or similar economy, the economy of Iraq. Okay. So this goes on, talks about energy, says if the energy saving to the factories and the rest of the productive sector will be dispensed import, including rate of 65% for all types of goods, noting that the continuation of the industry stops will exaggerate the economy or the economic, should say economic there, not economy, problems, as well as it goes with money the country to import can be produced and its industry locally and save millions of dollars rather than wasted in these ways. Okay, so you can see the translation is kind of bad, but we get the picture. They're wasting a lot of money. The focus should be on electricity and the economy, and they're going to be issuing these IOU sovereign bonds, and it's just sad that they have to even go through this because they know exactly what they have to do to not be in this situation, and they just refuse to do it. It's coming. We know it's coming, but they right now they just refuse to do what we all know they have to do. Okay? Because why? Because it takes bravery. It's gonna be hard on them. All right? I'm not even gonna say it. You guys already know what I'm about to say. It starts with an LOP. It's not a LOP. But let me see what else do I have for you guys here. All right, the most prominent amended and added paragraphs in the Iraqi investment law. Okay, so the investment law was supposed to be voted on and passed this week. Let's see if this gets done because we've been talking about this investment law since what, May? They've been freaking going through this thing and amending it 100 times. All right, let's see what it says. It says the commission has been working for 8 months on the 8 months on the amendment of the investment law, number 13 of 2006. 8 months on the law? Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This is where she met the ministries concerning investors for the main problem they face, indicating that the commission is prepared to finalize the amendments in preparation to be sent to the legal committee of the project to be on next Tuesday's session agenda. Okay, so this is next Tuesday means this Tuesday. So the investment law is supposed to be voted on Tuesday. If it's not on the agenda, please comment below and let me know. And somebody already comment below and let me know about the National Guard law. It's not even on the agenda. Hey, are we surprised? We know it's going to get passed in the future, but like I said, I ain't see nothing happening on Tuesday. I think they need Dr. Shabibi to come back before that all that stuff is passed, anyways. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So there you have it. I think I'm gonna be done with that. Let's say U.S. What does it say? U.S. Iraqi investment bonds weak. Okay, we already know that. So the U.S. agency U.S. So the U.S. agencies are saying that the Iraqi investment bonds are weak. Oh man, man, look, Iraq shouldn't even be worried about this, man. Worry about your anti-money laundering law. It better be in Parliament tomorrow for the second reading, or we have some big problems, guys. Okay, so I want to see the articles on the second reading of the anti-money laundering law tomorrow. Okay, everything can wait except for that. That cannot wait. Okay, by law, it's supposed to be read for a second time in 14 days. Okay, and then it should be passed in the next. It should be voted on and passed in the next 14 days. Okay, so and we need and it has to be passed by October. They gave until October to pass that law, so we have that's the law we should be worried about, not the rest of them. Okay, National Guard law is good for unification too. That's a good one. But the investment law is the blacklist law, so we can't be blacklisted, guys. So that's the one we need to be worried about. Let's see what else headlines is there. Iraq issued bonds of 7 billion. Now they're saying 7 billion. Iraq issued bonds of 7 billion to pay off the debt of oil companies and pay the remaining crude. Okay, okay. I was just talking about that. Okay, so they're gonna use they're going to issue bonds on one side, and then the other side they're going to pay in crude oil uh, to cover the oil companies' payments. Okay, and then we already know about the worker bank, and that's it. What time is it? 18 minutes on this thing. Okay, so cool. I'm done. Thanks everybody for listening and watching. What am I saying today? Um, uh, thank everybody for liking, subscribing, and commenting. And I tried to get you guys comments today on YouTube. I know I responded to everybody on Facebook, on through messages. Most of them was where you been, where you been, where you been. So I just said thanks for supporting. And then today I actually went through the YouTube and I was trying to comment back on a lot of things that you guys were saying. So a lot of you guys are commenting, and I'm approving a lot of it. Okay, so it's good to see, and continue to do that if you have questions or whatever. Hopefully, other people can answer the questions that you guys have, because some of you guys have questions that other people can answer instead of me. I'm not, what I'm going to tell you guys to do is go to your financial advisor or a wealth manager. Okay, so other people should be able to answer you guys' questions. So hopefully, other people start watching and looking at the comments section. And if you guys can help, man, be a helpful hand and answer these people's questions. Okay, so I'm not the only one doing it. All right, so Currency 365, I'm out. Peace.